when they revealed the children in BC, it really hit me really hard, because it was like, you know, if my grandparents were there, I would not be here, because all 4 of my grandparents went to residential school. Some went to the Mush Hole, and others went to Mount Elgin. So if you think about it, it's like almost, but it didn't. So I'm really happy for that. So So in response to that, I'm going to go up there, yeah. When I got through this, I designed this flag because I wanted something in our community that reflected our people. I see your flag here, and I'm grateful it's here, and it has the feathers on it, but that's very generic, you know. So I think in the 70s we called that pan-Indianism. So feathers and beads, that was what represented us. But as we regained our voices, we start bringing our own individual cultures, our own individual nations' symbols forward. So with this one over here, you heard my mother talking about the stars, that they represent our ancestors, and that we look to the stars for direction. So here we see stars. I don't know if you can see this over here. We have stars right here, and we see a dome, a half circle. This dome here represents our version of our creation story. So above this dome is our our homelands. This is where we came from, the sky world. In this the kids call them antennae. They represent the celestial tree, or our tree of life in the sky world. So in our story, it talks about how there was a caretaker of the tree, and his wife was pregnant, and she was very curious. So she talked him into saying, well, the fruit on this tree is so good. Why don't we look under the tree to see what makes it so good? So he finally agreed with her, and he knocked the tree over. And in doing so, there was just a big hole underneath the tree. There was nothing spectacular. It was just a deep void. And so she's looking at it, and as she leaned over, she leaned too far, and she fell into the hole. And as she fell, she was able to grab a strawberry plant and a tobacco plant, and she fell in. And did I mention she was pregnant at the time? Okay, so she fell in this dark void. Meanwhile, down here, if we look at underneath the dome, it was just, at the time, it was just all water. And there were water creatures. There were some air creatures too. And they all kind of seen this light up there, and they were wondering what's going on. So they were gathered, and they asked the birds, why don't you go up and see what's going on? So these 5 swans, they flew up to see what was coming. And as they got there, they seen that this kind of looks like some kind of an animal. So they said, well, let's catch it. And they all got together, and they brought the being down safely. And as they got down lower, the turtle emerged, this great big turtle. And he said, okay, put her on my back. So from there, that's how North America was formed, was with the turtle and the woman that fell from the sky. So we call her Sky Woman, and that's who brought life to North America, which we call Turtle Island. So that's what this is here. And the stars that are below this dome are the survivors of residential school. They went to school, but they came back forever changed. They always felt that they didn't belong or there was something different because they had lost a generation of teachings from their grandparents. And in the stars above, you can see they're more plentiful because those are the ones that didn't come home, that we lost, and they went back to the sky world with our ancestors. So this one here is what I developed that represents the Haudenosaunee, meaning the Six Nations in English. We would recognize these symbols just like that. So there's that. And then over here, on this side, are the flowers. So as you're going back to the sky world, are coming, they say that that path is lined with strawberry plants. So these are the strawberry roses or petals that you see when they're blossoming, the flowers, before the strawberries come. So that's what this symbolizes, is that the strawberry plant as you're traveling to and fro. It also represents, your journey here in this world, in the events. It might mark a special event in your life. So that's what this one was. And because it's orange, because of Orange Shirt Day, and the purple that you see is also, it's for the domestic violence, and the red is for the murdered and missing Indigenous women plus. So this was all created from that announcement in May of 2020. And I had made a flag just out of rough materials around the house, but my sister took it to her friend who is in the promotions area, and they came up with this flag. So I'm really proud of it, and we fly it around in our community and in our home. So I just thought I would share that with you right now, and how it affects us, that reconciliation is not just a part of history. We live it every day, First Nations people. And I like what is it Senator Sinclair? He said, education is what brought us to this point, because education was forced upon us to learn something that wasn't ours. Now we need to use education to bring it to the masses that this is a good way to work, that education will get us out of this era and into a brighter future as equals, as partners. So that's what we look forward to, is that working together and building the relationships. So thank you.